His strong basics and innovative ideas have delighted taste buds around the world. Chef Edward Kwon embarks on an Asian culinary tour alone. But why?
The great chefs become lots of different blood of experience.
Edward Kwon learns about various Asian cooking styles and introduces hot fusion recipes.
Please, bon appetit.
Will his dishes dazzle Asia? Edward's destination this week is the city of casinos, Macau. A fantastic culinary show of the master chefs in Macau.
Okay?
Chef or a man of extraordinary powers, and a little embarrassing secret unveiled by the handmade noodle master.
Now I know why the noodle is such a great.
Be patient and you shall get handmade noodles, the seduction of chewy wonton noodles at the end of a hard day's work. The exciting culinary tour of Macau begins right now. Macau, a former Portuguese territory, is a special administrative region of China with some 40-plus first-rate casino hotels. In Macau, you'll find the most unique food culture.
Finally, I arrived in Macau. And as you know that Macau is such a beautiful night view. And lots of casino hotels, luxury hotels as well. And here, there's a lot of famous chefs working in the casino hotel and also luxury hotels. I want to go and check it out, what kind of food they're preparing and what kind of plate they're providing to their customers.
The day after his arrival, Edward pays a visit to Hard Rock Hotel to meet with a top-class chef. Here's a restaurant which received a Michelin star for its Macau-style Cantonese cuisine.
This is Treasure Palace, right?
Yes,
Bunny, I'm looking for the Chef Tom. Yes, I'm his friend. Just talk to him. The Edward from Korea is here now. I'm sure he will be very surprised. Please, thanks.
Chef Tam emerges from his kitchen. Despite his busy schedule, he wasted no time in coming out to meet Edward.
Hey! How you doing, my friend? How's it going?
Chef Tam Kwok Fung is the executive chef of Treasure Palace.
You know what? Why I come here? I want you to see your food to our viewers.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, can you we move to the kitchen and you show us your dishes?
Sure. I show you a few dishes, maybe you can try it out.
Beautiful.
Let me know if it works.
Yeah. No problem. Let's go.
Treasure Palace features a huge kitchen appropriately sized for such a large restaurant.
I will catch, this fish, to cook up, to cook. Yes, take a look. Yes, that is, typical, Macau sole. We call that Macau sole. Yeah.
Sole is a popular, delicious fish for which there are countless recipes. Chef Tam's first dish today is fried sole. First, make knife marks on the sole and finely chop some ginger and spring onions.
That's it. This is only that's it, right?
That's why it's on.
Heat oil in a wok and fry the sole, pre-seasoned with salt and pepper. The most important factor is the high temperature of the oil and how quickly you fry it. This will make the sole crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Chef Tam starts on the sauce in the hot wok with spring onion, ginger, and chicken stock.
Light soy sauce.
As a finishing touch, boil with soy sauce and lightly pour it over the fried sole. Delicious fried sole, ready to be served. The knife marks make the sole crispy outside, but soft and tender on the inside. Chef Tam gets started on another commonly enjoyed dish. First, cook the pork in oil. With chicken stock and salt, lightly stir-fry the vegetables until they're just cooked.
Chili and the basically garlic. And before you put it into the little bit of the sweet chili sauce. Yeah. And then also and Sichuan pepper. Yeah. Beautiful. Chicken stock.
Yeah. The garlic stem.
Lastly, add the soy sauce and sesame oil.
Beautiful.
The second dish of pork and vegetable stir-fry is also ready.
That smells good, man. Wow, so look at this. It's two dishes. It's amazing and beautiful. And then I can smell it. It's such a great, great flavor. And then I cannot wait to actually taste the food.
Edward decides to have a taste of the fried sole first.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
What about the pork and vegetable stir-fry?
I love chili. I love pork as well, actually.
Edward is speechless as he devours the food.
Which is basically Tom trying to say to our viewers, which is basically back to basics. Because if you try to making so complicated, and basically sometimes you're missing flavor and taste as well. So that's why he's showing the two very simple dishes.
The next morning, Edward finds himself on the road again in search of unique Macanese food. Macau was under the rule of Portugal for 400 years, which is why there are so many buildings that show both European and Asian features. This goes for the food as well. Macanese cuisine is a fusion of Macau's ingredients and recipes with Portuguese influences. Today, Edward will visit a very well-known Macanese restaurant.
Wow, look at that. There's Largo Award. There's recommended by Michelin Guide 2009 and 2010 as well. I think I found the right place.
Right then,
Chef Antonio?
Yes?
Oh, how are you? Nice to see you. My name is Edward. I'm from Korea.
Edward, I hear already about you.
Yeah,
Welcome to Macau.
Chef Antonio Coelho is the owner of a restaurant specializing in Macanese fare.
Please?
So where are we going? I thought we were going to have food inside the restaurant. No?
No. You come with me, please. You go to see a special place.
All right. It's going down?
Yes, sure.
Edward is a bit baffled as he is led underground.
Oh, you come to see. Oh, look. Come inside.
Oh my God, look at that.
Chef Antonio created a special space using wooden wine cases. He says it is a wine cellar / party room.
You have there your seat.
Oh, beautiful. And what is that? Knife?
Just then, Chef Antonio slowly takes out a sword. Edward becomes tense as he watches breathlessly.
Okay? It's very easy, you know.
Chef Antonio slices off the top of the champagne bottle with the sword. He says he learned this technique for a year to provide a more special event for customers.
Very nice, eh? Very clean taste, actually. Very clean. Oh, very good. Here we go.
It's time to bring out a dish that goes well with champagne.
Wow, look at that. Look at that.
Chef Antonio personally roasts the chorizo, a Portuguese-style sausage. He's truly an entertaining chef.
My dear friend, please.
Oh, dragon fire chorizo. Right? Let me taste it. Very good.
It's okay?
No, it's not okay. It's
Now, we got to serve you also the African chicken.
African chicken?
Yes.
African chicken got its name because Portuguese people who settled in Macau used to make this dish for their African friends. It's a signature Macanese-style chicken recipe using coconut.
Wow, actually smells great. very good. The dry coconut sauce actually incorporates the entire of the chicken. And then, to be honest with you, I don't know how to cook it, but this is well balanced. So, I tasted this one. Can I learn from you?
For sure. After you finish your meal,
Okay.
you go to my kitchen.
All right.
I think it will be a pleasure to teach you.
Thank you. Thank
My
you.
pleasure.
Edward decides to learn how to make African chicken at the restaurant.
So, we have here the French chicken, you know. The Portuguese olive oil.
Portuguese olive oil.
Portuguese olive oil.
All right.
Portuguese white wine. Chopped ginger, you know. Garlic.
Garlic.
Portuguese tomato sauce, you see. Pulped tomato, you know, you see.
Okay.
From Portugal.
A pinch of chili pepper powder. A bit of salt and pepper. Freshly squeezed lemon and coconut milk.
So using actually the coconut milk, which is basically using the Asian inspired.
Yes.
Marinate the bone-cut chicken in the seasoning for 2 hours and fry it in well-heated oil. Chef Antonio makes a sauce using olive oil, dried coconut, tomato sauce, ginger, and chicken powder.
And you put it.
Okay.
The chicken should not be cooked too long because the color may change.
Okay.
All right.
Macau's Macanese dish, African chicken, ready to be served.
Voila.
The cooking technique was very different than what I can see there. It was very interesting chicken dishes.
The next stop is Largo Do Senado, a World Cultural Heritage spot. Macau's most famous restaurants can be found in this area.
I think I found the right place. This place is one of the most famous wonton soup in Macau. And I can see the lady is packed. There's so many people outside and people even waiting for outside as well. I think it must be very good. Anyway, I need to go. I can't wait to taste of the wonton soup. This is full of people. Right here? Oh, thank you. Can I have? Yeah, 这个一个 wonton. 好的吗？好吃。Okay, thank you.
In a moment, a bowl of wonton noodle soup appears.
Let me taste the noodle first.
Just what is so different about the wonton noodles here?
Wow, it's a lot different than anybody else. Because sometimes when you go to restaurant, the noodle is so soft, so it pulls apart. But I tell you, can you see that? Can you see this? Because the noodle is gluten, is well balanced in the noodle itself, entirely different than noodle what I tasted before. I mean, such as beautiful. I mean, oh my goodness.
To unveil the secret of the dough, Edward heads to the kitchen.
Shifu? Hi, how are you? My name is Edward. I'm from Korea.
Lee Jianji is the third-generation chef of Won Chi Kei.
The mian is something different than anybody else. What kind of secret do you have? If you don't mind, can I go see you some secret? How you make a noodle? I understand. So please. I'm from Korea.
OK 啦，見你有
朋友。
OK，
好的嗎？
見到韓國過嚟，打兩啦。
Thanks to his open personality, Edward gets to personally visit their noodle factory.
Wow, it's very clean, yeah? Yeah, it looks very clean. Wow, this is a surprise.
Add 3 eggs to the flour, along with water and salt to get the dough started. Add flour little by little to get the right consistency. Just as the dough begins to coagulate, Lee Jianji takes out an odd-looking wooden stool, and next he takes out a bamboo pole. Edward imagined that the dough would be kneaded by hand, but he was wrong. Li Jianji mounts the bamboo rod and makes dough with his whole body. He asks Edward to try. Nobody's perfect in the beginning. He looks a little clumsy, but the dough is coming into shape. Won Chi Kei's noodles achieve their chewy perfection through such a process. He gets off the pole after 10 minutes. It's not easy, is it? The process following the dough is done by machine. The dough is pressed into certain thickness and length to be cut into noodles, which come out in exact portions.
Later on, I heard the restaurant is more than 60 years. So that's why they have each generation comes down using traditional way of how they're making actually the noodle batter. So it was very impressed.
The culinary exploration has come to an end, and all that remains is the hot recipe. Edward is headed to meet the panel. After a lesson on Cantonese-style Macau recipes using seafood, a tasting of Macanese foods, chorizo and African chicken, and a peek into the secret of delicious wonton noodles. What hot recipe will Edward create in Macau? The panel settles down. Today's panel for Edward's hot recipe comprises the chefs who revealed their cooking secrets to Edward.
Anyway, thank you so much to coming today. So today I prepared some of them, like kind of I would say, personally I don't like to say fusion dishes, but I would say like a contemporary. So using some chorizo. So and then of course Chef Tom is using the last of seafood products and in his restaurant as well. So I went to the actual market to buy some nice clams and then using some French techniques. And so today is kind of like a Portuguese, Cantonese, Korean. It's all merging together. Right? Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.
Today's dish is doenjang clams with mushroom puree. Prepare chicory, mushroom, onion, and garlic, and boil water in a preheated wok. Add a pinch of salt.
Boil the water and then put into the clam and then nicely poach and remove the shell. And basically using this Korean soybean paste marinated.
It's important to cook the clams at a high temperature so that it retains its scent. Add mushrooms to stir-fried garlic and onion.
Basically using some nice portobello mushroom with some fresh cream and milk as well, so making mushroom puree.
The boiled mushrooms are blended in a mixer along with truffle oil. But wait, Edward's too engrossed in his cooking to notice that he's being closely watched by the chefs in the kitchen.
另外的菜是很好的，我觉得这看一个栏目，给我们高级一点的厨师呢，我们学很多东西，我觉得呢。
After finishing his puree, Edward lightly cooks bok choy, a favorite vegetable of the Chinese, and also two types of beach mushroom.
The basically clam and mushroom is well balanced. So that's why using some kimchi and chorizo is quite salty. So that's why I didn't really using salt to another product. So trying to make a taste of the balance.
Edward sets the food on the dish. First up is the mushroom puree topped with clams in doenjang and stir-fried mushrooms. Chorizo cooked with kimchi, bok choy, fresh chicory, and truffles for added scent finish off the dish. Finally, today's hot recipe, doenjang clams with mushroom puree. Edward's unique inspiration of Macau is finally ready. All that is left is the judging of the panel. Edward serves the food to the chefs himself.
You know, I think very nice.
I hope you're going to enjoy this dish.
We got to try. Why
Please,
not?
please.
We will.
And then using the spoon as well. I mean, it will be much easier to you pick it up. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And then
Thank you.
thank you,
Edward.
thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
The panel begins to explore the dish. It's a harmonious concoction of fresh clams, which can be easily found in Macau, and Korean bean paste. It's also a meeting of chorizo, a Macanese delicacy with kimchi, plus Chinese ingredients. As Edward said, it is a combination of Chinese, Portuguese, and Korean
I
flavors.
don't know, but I mean, today I'm using the Korean soybean paste, which is basically called doenjang, a traditional Korean fermented soybean paste. So they might be not really familiar with that, you know, because it's not like they what usually tasted before. So I hope the doenjang will make the balance of other ingredients as well.
Not aware of how nervous Edward is, the chefs continue to explore the flavors in silence. Soon, they're done. What do they think?
When I taste it, I will can be, definitely, can taste, the texture of the creamy mushroom sauce, on the base, and when I, and grab it up, and taste it, it was, really, combined, well and balanced.
我第一次食花甲王同埋啲菌啊，松露菌一齊嘅。呢個我覺得第一次食好好。佢嗰個花甲王就灼個時間啱好，就唔怕好韌，又唔怕話生嘅，所以幾好食。
When I saw first time, I stay surprised because I see the Portuguese sausage here, and I say, hey, in Portugal I never tried sausage at the same time with the clams. We can call him a Macanese dish. Okay. You see my plate.
What I thought is very similar like Hong Kong, but it was entirely different. So that's why I got impression. Even though it's very close distance of Hong Kong and Macau, it can be entirely different food style can be exist. So that's why I learned a lot of different things, especially Macau travel.
This time, it's Jeonju, back in Korea. These are the true flavors of Korea.
전 이 프로그램이 너무 좋은데요. 너무 잘 먹어요. 엔가 종류 전주의 맛을 위하여!
The amazing food awaiting Edward in Jeonju, a city celebrated for its cuisine, style, and culture.
Oh my god.
Tune in next week for the secrets of the masters of Jeonju food.